Okie dokie. So, an Egypt affair, right? Studio Dome's newest, we dropped a couple weeks back, right? It is directed by Marlin Darrah, written by Will Patching and Eric Weinstock. The film is produced by Lin Zui. Executive produced by Paige Baker, Marlin Darrah, Robert Johnson, Kelly Nadell, Mona Pittenegger, Igor Pink, Robert Nadell, and Nick Dressley Thomas. It's associate produced by Carol Dressley Thomas, Will Patching, Michael Hull, Alfonso De Luca, Vicky Dawson, and Yelanth Kabu. Iran Garcia and Brandon Maz handled the music. Ian Tilson, cinematography. Nick Aquiliano, Marlin Darrah, and Ella Grace Quinn, all were on editing duties. Marlin Darrah handled the casting. So our cast were Sophia is played by Yelanth Kabu. Dylan Fontaine was Jared Harper. His wife, Alexa, is played by Stacey Marie Williams. So we've got Dylan's friend, Jake McIntyre, played by Nick Dressling Thomas. Nick's wife, Amber, is played by Leslie Grant. We've got their tour guide, Captain Amos, played by Alfonso De Luca. Then we have got Sophia's boyfriend, Darius, played by Massey Furlan. Okay, we've also got the Diamond Merchant, played by Ala Salih. It's an Egyptologist, played by Marlin Darrah. The security guard, played by Islam Morad. Another Egyptologist, played by Hamad Osman. Another tourist, played by Fita Umrella. And Dina Gaba also plays someone at the resort. So the gist of the story is this: a husband rejected, a beautiful stranger, a dangerous liaison for two couples enjoying a spectacular Egyptian adventure. Treachery and deception cruise the Nile along with them. Dum, 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 dum. So that's what this is, right? It's a thriller, right? But it's one set on, marital subterfuge. And that's all well and good, right? There's been a ton of films set around those kind of concepts, and they can be fun, right? They can work very well. Now we open up with this dream sequence even, which, played pretty well, right? Has you wondering what could be going on. And then, Nick wakes up, right? Sorry, Dylan wakes up. Nick? Who's Nick? Dylan wakes up, and we see that there is tension between him and Alexa. We also hear him on the phone to his dad. And so you understand that, you know, they could be splitting up. Who knows? But we don't really have a clue why, right? Now, there are allusions to infidelity, but we don't know. We don't really know what's happened, what's going on, you know? And then they're friends, right? Jake and Amber. Again, they look fine, but is there any, situations with them? What actually is going on this trip? And then out of nowhere, they are joined by two other passengers, Darius and Sophia. So it's all a little bit, I don't know. It feels really with the story. The story itself is fine. The story itself is fine. But I don't really feel that our characters get fleshed out, right? They're a little one dimensional. So it's hard to really, gel with anyone, right? To, I think, empathize with anyone, to really like anyone, right? Because everyone just seems to be a little bit shady. I mean, the only person who's, comes off decent is Amber, really. Everyone else just seems like they're kind of shady. And like a lot of times when certain things are being said, certain things are meant to be being hidden. I think you look at it and you're like that. I mean, anyone in that situation would know that that person is lying, right? That's the thing. Like some of the performances, they didn't give us the intrigue the story is calling for. Right? When you're having all this subterfuge, right? These hidden secrets and all of this kind of stuff, you need to be able to have someone deliver those lines in a way which you'd be like, I have no clue. Right? Are they telling the truth? Huh? What? But with this, you just look at it and be like, I mean, obviously that's a lie, right? Obviously they're lying. It's so transparent. Right? And then later in the film, someone drops a line of, you're a horrible liar. Right? But if that's the case, then, you know, things would have unraveled a whole lot sooner when these two people had a conversation earlier on in the film. I think also, I think you know where it's going, right? You can read the setup. That's a big problem. You know, it's a little bit too obvious, right? Where it wants to be this, thing where you're just like, oh fuck, I never saw that coming. Like oftentimes people want to pull off heists like Usual Suspects, when you're just like, I had no clue he was Kaiser Soze. Like, what the fuck? Like, not everyone can do that. Right? Not everyone can give you that sort of nuance. So I think, yeah, there's films like this where you're watching and you'd be like, I obviously, well, that is this and that will lead to that. And oh, yeah, they're doing this. It's all very, which is a shame. It's a shame, right? Because you want to be fully invested. It's look, the film shot, I'm assuming it's shot in Egypt. You know, it looks all very nice, and you see some of the ruins, and they're going down the Nile, and just the scenery is great. So you want the story to be as enriching as the scenery. But unfortunately, yeah, you know, there's bits of lies where you're just like, okay, I mean, you could have just told the truth there, right? Because when it's just two people, if no one else is monitoring, then what is stopping you from actually revealing the truth? Right? We need certain reasons and rationales, and it's just not there. So I think the real problem here really is the script. The script is just it just doesn't deliver what you're hoping it to deliver, you know? Now, yeah, it's one of those tricky ones because you're trying to think of, okay, what does this compare to? Right? What is a similar, where the story is a bit like, "Arr," and it's hard. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to, come with things, and I can't really, think of too many films. I try and steer clear of a lot of stuff, which is going to be frustrating. I mean, Foe, right? FOE. It's now showing on Amazon. Um, Watched it during the London Film Festival, and it just didn't really deliver on this story you were hoping it was. This supposedly, the affairs and it just wasn't really there. Though I do feel it's probably still tighter than this, but yeah, if you enjoyed Foe, then I think you possibly will enjoy an Egypt affair. I mean, that could be the closest I can get. Like, there's other things like A Good Person, which is running on the fact that this thing happened and we don't know who actually, I mean, with that one as well, you could kind of see where it was going. But again, I feel it's still stronger than an Egypt affair, right? But yeah, it depends what you're looking for, people. It really does. It's one of those ones, if you do not want to think too hard about a plot, right? You're not too fast. You just want something to pass the time, maybe. Then this could work for you, right? If you're a fan of, the director Marlin Darrah, right? If you are a fan of Will Patching and Eric Weinstock, in their writing, if you like their stuff, then yes, boom, come to the film. If any of the cast could be on your favorite actors list, then that's another reason for you to watch a film. Otherwise, I don't know. It is now available on all your favorite VODs, right? There's some links on the website. So if it sounds like an Egypt affair could be for you, people, go enjoy. Have at it.